This is Doombox, and welcome back to Guild Wars 1 pre-searing. Unfortunately, today is going to be the day that I leave pre-searing. A lot of people have been saying that I should go for Legendary Defender of Ascalon, where you get to level 20 in pre, and as much as I like pre, I don't think that grinding the same quests over and over again would make for entertaining video content. So, with that being said, let's prepare to get out of this dump. Just kidding, I love pre. So I'm going to tie up some loose ends here before we continue and leave pre. First thing I'm going to do is the quest Char at the Gate, which is an easily repeatable quest where you fight a bunch of Char mobs with the help of Prince Rurik and some Ascalonian dudes. And it's a good way to grind some XP pretty quick. So I'm going to do that quest a couple of times for some levels. And then the reward for the quest itself is a really nice longsword that will be a huge upgrade for what I'm using right now. So that kind of kills two birds with one stone, if you know what I'm jabbing at. So we're going to do this quest a bunch of times and then get the reward from it. So Char the Gate is a pretty simple quest. You kind of just run up with these boys and they kill some Char and like that's it. And the important thing is I've got to abandon the quest, otherwise I'll miss out on the good farm. So I'm probably just going to do it until I either get bored, accidentally accept the quest, or stop getting good XP from it. One of those three things is going to happen, and when one of them does, that's when we're going to stop doing this. So these guys actually do hit kind of hard, so I've got to be pretty careful. Thankfully, we have all these NPCs to help out, so it's not too terrible of a quest. See, it just got 120 XP from one kill, and we kill quite a few of these each time, so it ends up actually working out pretty well. So then we go ahead and abandon that puppy, and we go find Rurik, and we do it again. So the reason this is so good, let's just take a look at some of these quests here. So if I were to do Opposition to the King, that gives me 500 experience. If I were to do, this quest here, 250 experience. I'm getting 120 experience per kill of Char, and I don't even really have to do anything. So as good as quests are to do and as fun as they are, honestly, like at this level, doing this farm is better than questing. All right, here we go again. So a couple of people have pointed out that I do have the Game of the Year edition, which means that I can type /bonus and get some free weapons and the imp summon. I'm going to hold off on doing that because even though this isn't technically like an Iron Man playthrough, I want it to be like a fresh vanilla experience, and I think using the free weapon upgrades and the imp kind of ruins that a little bit. So I like the idea of like hunting for good weapons and stuff like that. So this is kind of like a pseudo Iron Man playthrough, if that makes sense. Main reason why I'm doing that is because I want to be able to play with people. I'm hoping to do some stuff where we can play together and stuff like that. Oh boy, there's my first level. Abandon again. All right, time for round 3. Why is he not following? Come on, bro. Hello? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Rurik was taking a nap there. I don't know what happened. Gosh, the Ascalon guy died. That's not good. Why are we just getting, like, murked this time around? What is it? Oh, because the monk is using heal area and healing the char. What a sack, dude. Yeah, heal area heals allies along with enemies. So that Academy monk was healing the char. I was like, there's not a monk here, but it was our own monk healing the char. Alright, I will make it to level 6 just by accepting the quest. So I'm going to go ahead and accept it now because as much as I like grinding in this game, I don't want to grind anymore. Yeah, so we're going to get a longsword here and 200 experience and boom, level 6. Longsword of Shelter. This gives me damage plus 15% while health is above 50, which is like a perfect mod. That is what we're going to be going for in the end. So we're getting a perfect mod here in pre-searing. Check it out. And the skin, of course, is the exact same. Not a very long longsword, but the stats are good, so I'll take it. Now what I would like to do is get Resurrection Signet, because I'm assuming my henchmen are going to be dying quite a bit once we get to post, and I need a way to be able to res them. And for now, Resurrection Signet is the only way to do that. So the way we get Resurrection Signet is we do this quick little quest here, and the only thing you need to do is essentially have somebody else in your party, which hopefully will not be too difficult to do because there were a decent number of people in Ascalon here. Hopefully I can find somebody to go out here with me. So now let's do some actual social interaction in this online game. Looking for ally for res sig quest self invite smiley face. All right, let's see if anybody bites. Oh, Lil Peep forever. Thanks, bro. Instantly filled up. And now we got Resurrection Signet. Beautiful. Alright, so if I planned on staying here forever, which I don't, the most optimal thing to do would be to do all the secondary profession quests and then do the one that you actually want for your secondary at the very end. But I am not planning on staying here forever, so I'm going to go back to Regent Valley and do the Ranger quest because I would like to get Ranger skills, and that's what I want my secondary profession to be. You may be thinking, why would you pick Ranger? That seems like a weird choice. I briefly explained this towards the beginning, but since I'm doing kind of like a pseudo Iron Man, like vanilla type playthrough, I'm going to be stuck with just regular henchmen for a decent chunk of the early game, and I won't have heroes till later, and I would like to have the pet as an ally just because every little bit helps, and pets are actually pretty decent in this game because they can soak up some damage and do some damage. Alright, back to Regent Valley, and then the guy that we want to talk to is Master Ranger Nente. He's a bit of a foreigner, you know, with an exotic name like that. And he offers the Ranger secondary quest. It's pretty simple. You just have to go charm an animal, and that's about it, really. So the Ranger's Companion. We're going to have to say goodbye to my Ellie skills. Goodbye, Firestorm. You were fun while you lasted. But it's time to move on to bigger and better things. Alright, so the skills we were given are Comfort Animal, Troll and Charm Animal. We really only need Charm Animal for the initial charming of the pet, and then once we have Comfort Animal equipped, the pet automatically travels with us, which is nice. Troll is actually a relatively good heal. A lot of people might be thinking, yo, Doombox, you should have taken Warrior Monk so you could go Frenzy Mending. Guess what? Troll Ungent gives me regen, so I basically can do Frenzy Mending without even having to go Monk. So as long as I keep this skill up and use Frenzy, I am good to go. I can do, like, you know, a pseudo Frenzy Mending Ranger Edition type thing, which is pretty cool. Alright, so Charm Animal is a 10-second cast. It's one of the longest skills to cast in the game. And you just have to not get interrupted. And if you do that, you can charm a pet. Where are the animals? Oh, here we go. Melandru's Stalker. Alright, Come to Papa. That sounds real weird, but whatever. Alright, there we go. And now time for the most important part, which is naming the pet. So we're going to type / name pet Bay 7. There we go. We got Bay 6 and we got Bay 7. Companions for life. Now, there are a couple of other pet options I could theoretically go for here in pre. Fighting a moss spider right now. You can't charm those, but you can eventually get a pet spider in the underworld later on, which maybe I'll do. But in pre, you can get the stalker, you can get the strider, which is basically just a moa bird, and you can get the bear. Now, a lot of people like to charm the bear because it's a really cool pet, and it's actually pretty difficult because it has an interrupt skill that requires an ally to go with you to like lure the bear while you charm it, and it's actually pretty tricky to do, and it's kind of a bit of a prestige pet. But here's the thing. The bear pet is actually like worse than every other pet in the game because all other pets in the game simply auto attack and do damage, while the bear uses a skill that takes longer to cast than the actual auto attack, and the skill does absolutely nothing. It just effectively gives a slower attack rate for the bear. There are some weird strategies I think you can do with Paragon Chance that like trigger with skill usage, but I'm not going to go Paragon, and if I do, it's not going to be for a long, long time. So as cool as the bear is, I don't think I'm going to do that just simply out of being optimal, I guess. So let's go ahead and accept that quest, and we're going to seal the deal and become a secondary ranger. So there we go. I am now a warrior / ranger. Level 6, Bay 6. Wow, level 6, Bay 6. This is the only time we're going to be able to see this, so enjoy that cool little numerical thing while you can. Alright, so now that we have Comfort Animal, we no longer need this bad boy, so we're going to dump him. Alright, so Little Thumb here offers a quest called the Vineyard Problem, and what this does is it gives me some axe skills. I need to capitalize on these skill quests because I have no skills unlocked for this account whatsoever, so I need to get every skill every way I can. And I'm probably going to be switching off between axe and sword every once in a while, depending on what kind of drops I get. Well, you know what? Let's go back here. Because I know for this quest we actually are going to want Cyclone Axe, and you'll see why in a minute. So we are going to swap back to the axe real quick and check it out. We're going to go with good old Cyclone Axe. We're going to stand in the middle, and nope, that's not Cyclone Axe, and we're going to... Woo! Everyone isn't dead? That did not go as nicely as I thought it would, but it was still kind of cool, I guess. Well... Oh, that's something. Alright, short sword. We got some decent drops here. Alright, so let's see. What do I want to use now? Damage 5 to 10 versus hexed foes. Or damage 6 to 9. Yeah, this sword is better for now, so I'm gonna use sword. Yeah, we'll just keep this in case I need to like AoE something. I'll swap, but for now I'm just gonna stay with sword. Alright, so now we can accept the second profession quest since I now have a second profession. So what up, Armin, my boy? You look ready for war. Yes, I am. Alright, the time has come. We're going to leave pre-searing. Goodbye, Ascalon. Once you leave, there will be no turning back. If you have any unfinished business, attend to it before we go. I know there's going to be something where I'm like, dang, I wish I stayed in pre-searing to do that, but... we've got to go. Let's do it. Can't look back. We got to move forward. All right, this is technically the first mission of the game. It really like isn't a mission, but like it is. So we'll call it a mission. Got to listen to the briefing given by Sir Titus. Got to do some nice RPing here. Come on, let me through. Let me in. I'm sorry I could not join you before the skirmish. So there used to be like a PvP battle that took place before here. They either removed it or it just like never happens because there's not enough players. I'm not sure. Yeah, there was like a little skirmish battle that took place where you did like PvP because this game was actually like prepping people for PvP because they considered that the end game. So Prophecies has a lot of like semi-mandatory or heavily encouraged PvP areas to sort of like train you for endgame, but that kind of ended up not being the case for most people. Most people prefer PvE, but PvP was a pretty fun scene in this game. And these guys are still talking. Come on. Alright, so we want to go kill Vatlaw Doomtooth, who is a big bad char. I always love killing char because I hate them. Furries on suicide watch. Funny thing is, when I first played Guild Wars 1, I thought that this guy, Vatlaw Doomtooth, was like the main bad guy of the entire game. Like they kind of hint at him being this like really powerful dude, but you kind of just kill him in this quest real quick, and like that's about it. All right, we gotta go for the monk first. Always a good idea. All right, there he is, Vatlaw Doomtooth, the final boss of the game, the hardest enemy ever. Whew. Gotta really buff up before we fight him because I'm really scared. He has an elite skill. Oh my gosh, look at how good this guy is. Oh no. Okay, yeah, he's dead. That was it. Wow. Alright. I am actually not going to skip this cutscene, like, for real this time. I know I skipped the last one, but this one is, you know, very, very emotional and important to the story. So, for those of you wondering why I hate Char, here is why. And, like, this was a big deal back in the day. Like, I didn't know that this was a thing. Like, I just thought, like, oh, cool, this is the game, this is the zone. And then, like, the area that you just came to know and love, like, just gets murked in front of you. And it's like, whoa, yo. And here we are in old Ascalon, 2 years later. And as you can see, everything is just a literal trash wasteland. That looks kind of like where I live in the winter. Talk to Sir Titus. So we are standing right where we began our journey, except now it is all sad and depressing. It seems like just yesterday I was talking about how I arranged my UI in this very spot. Oh, so sad. Alright, well, this seems like a pretty logical stopping point considering the entire region of Ascalon just stopped. So, yeah, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Doom_box or on Twitch at DoomboxTV. And if you're interested to learn more information about my guild, check out the video description. Yeah, in the next video, we're going to just venture around in this wasteland and see if we can make the most out of a very depressing region of the game. This is Doombox, signing out.